welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be ranking the albums of death metal legends. Death. And we're starting out with Scream Bloody Gore. This is going to amazing. Decent opener with Inferno Death, that's like an 8, but then stuff really starts to kick into gear with Zombie Ritual and Denial of Life and Sacrificial. My personal favorites from here, though, are the title track, Torn to Pieces, and Mutilation. Excellent album, but not my favorite. That goes to... Well, I'm lying. That doesn't go to... That doesn't go to this album, but it is very close. That goes... This is very close to perfection. It's Leprosy. This goes to near perfection. Excellent album. Excellent album. This kind of took everything Scream Bloody Gore did and just improved upon it in every way possible. I mean, from the opening title track to Born Dead to Forgotten Past to Left to Die to Pull the Plug to Open Casket, Primitive Waste, Choke on It. My personal favorite on here is Pull the Plug. This is like one of the greatest death metal albums, like straight death, not tech death or anything. This is one of the greatest, like, brutal death metal albums you will ever hear in your entire life. I mean that, too. Seriously. Check out Leprosy. But next up is Spiritual Healing. And unfortunately, that goes to great. Oh, man. I feel bad about putting it in great, too. I really do. It's only in great for one tiny reason. And it's a tiny reason, but it's still one that bothers me, okay? The production on this thing robs it, dude. And it bums me out having to say that so much because this should be like a 10 out of 10 album. Because it opens really strong with Living Monstrosity, Opening the Future, Defensive Personality, and Within the Mind. The title track is my personal favorite, but the production is so dry and just robs it of all of its brutality and heart, dude. Like, seriously, the Chuck's bringing it, the band's bringing it, everyone is bringing it. But the production robs it, dude, and it pisses me off so much. Yeesh. But next up is Human. This is going to Fantastic. Now, Human is a phenomenal album, honestly. There's only one track on there that isn't on the same level as the rest. And personally, that track is the only thing keeping it out of, like, near perfection or perfection. And I hope you're ready for this. It's Together as One, unfortunately. That track is a 9 out of 10, while the rest are 10 out of 10s. I love Flattening of Emotions, Suicide Machine, Secret Face, Lack of Comprehension, See-Through Dreams, Cosmic Sea, Vacant Planets. I even love that cover of God of Thunder. Excellent album. It's just literally Together as One is the only thing that is like a 9 out of 10 when the rest of the album is a 10 out of 10. And when we're dealing with albums that have like consistent 10 out of 10s on there, it just falls apart a little bit. I'm sorry, y'all. But next up is Individual Thought Patterns. This is going to perfection. This is actually, believe it or not, my second favorite Death album. It's right behind, and you'll see. It's right behind one other album, and you'll see what album that is. But this thing is just mwah, chef's kiss. It is so good. Opens up very strong with overactive Imagination. Carries on strong with the Inhuman Form. Jealousy is one of my personal favorite tracks on here. Same with Trapped in a Corner. Nothing is Everything. Mentally Blind. The title track. Destiny. Out of Touch. The Philosopher. This thing is perfection, dude. This album, every track is a 10 out of 10. I could go back to any of these tracks and it will make me want to respin the whole damn thing. Perfection. But that stuff is symbolic. This is going to near perfection. It's on par with Leprosy, but I don't think it's better than Leprosy, unfortunately. It's right behind Leprosy, for me personally. And let me tell you about this album. The first two tracks, unfortunately, are not as strong as the rest of the album. They're still like 10 out of 10 tracks. It's just, once again, when we're dealing with like 11 out of 10s, or, like perfection like we're dealing with, it does matter. So when I hear the first two tracks, I'm not as interested as when I hear the rest of the album. Still, very strong opener with Symbolic and strong follow-up with Zero Tolerance, but we get into the really perfect stuff with Empty Words, Sacred Synergy, 1000 Eyes, Without Judgment, and the track that bodies everything on Leprosy, Crystal Mountain. Perfection. That's my favorite on this album. But those first two tracks do bring it down just a little bit, right below Leprosy, unfortunately. But Misanthrope and Perennial Quest is still perfection. But next up, we have my favorite Death album, The Sound of Perseverance. This was Chuck's last album before he died of brain cancer, unfortunately. Rest in peace to him. But let me tell you this right now. This album, he took everything he worked on with the previous albums and perfected it. Like, this is taking everything from Human, Symbolic, Leprosy, Scream Bloody Gore, Spiritual Healing, and just perfecting it. 10 out of 10 opener with Scavenger of Human Sorrow, Bite the Pain, Spirit Crusher, Story to Tell, Flesh and the Power It Holds. Voice of the Soul is a perfect instrumental. I love that instrumental so much. To Forgive is to Suffer. Almost more of a Buddhist-like statement on that one, which is very interesting. A Moment of Clarity. Their cover of Painkiller is perfection. I am not even joking. Seriously, perfect cover of Judas Priest Painkiller. I mean that too. Check out The Sound of Perseverance if you haven't heard it yet. This is my favorite death metal album of all time. I mean that too. Maybe even one of my favorite death metal albums. Oh, sorry. Maybe one of my favorite albums of all time, honestly. That's how good this thing is. Check out, if you take nothing else from this video, check out The Sound of Perseverance. But that should do it. If you don't mind, drop a like, and if you like what you see here, feel free to subscribe too. I usually post videos once a week. I hope all of you enjoyed the video. I hope all of you have had a great week, and I hope all of you have a great weekend and next week. I will see all of you next week. Take care, everyone.